So Tmesis is the name of my piece. It actually comes from the Greek word, which means it's a word interrupted by another word, or a phrase interrupted by another phrase. And I kind of use that with regards to the Middle Eastern and Western idioms I use in the piece. Either they blend into each other, or I put them on top of each other. Or with regards to the textures I use in the piece. So when you have the kind of edgy, groovy, funky textures over the lyrical, and likewise on a horizontal line. I've always been improvising. Whenever my instrumental teachers started asking me to, do their assignments and scales and whatever, I was just improvising all the time. And but when I was 17, I woke up one morning listening to a blackbird twittering this rhythm endlessly, the same rhythm on every time. And I imagined this orchestral piece, and that kind of dictated the rest of my compositional life, so to speak. And so I decided to take that path. It's an interesting thing because you're working with classical players, and I'm giving them some elements of Middle Eastern tunings, I guess. So they have to get their head around it. It's a whole different set of thoughts, and especially when you're blending from the Western and straight into the Middle Eastern sound world, and that's a massive challenge. And even for that small section, you're trying to work it in and communicate it to the orchestra. I've been working with the players also. You know some of the principal ones, for example, growing up with them, obviously not personally, but following them. Some of them are pioneers in contemporary music, and being at the Guildhall was, such a privilege to, for example, go to workshops with David Olbermann, and various other, various wind players in the orchestra are just phenomenal, especially pioneers in contemporary music.